VANDUS HAMMERHAND is back! Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review. This time First Forged by Richard Strachan. Oh boy, what a ride! First of all, we know that Richard Strachan is a magician when it comes to Age of Sigmar novels, and I don't have the words on how much I love this one. I just plowed through the story today. Okay, not really today. I listened to the first hour yesterday, and to the rest, the whole day I was just listening to it while I have done everything else which I had to do. And this is everything I wanted from a Stormcast Eternal novel, and probably Space Marine novel. And I don't mean this as you could just interchange them. Well, you kinda can, but okay. There are so many characters in here we all know and love. It is placed in Hammerhal Aksha and a little bit in Hammerhal Gyra, but mainly in Akshi, the realm of fire. And we have Bastion Cathalos, we have Aventus Firestrike, we have, of course, Vandus Hammerhand, we have KHUL, and well, kinda, but this is so amazing. This is the Captain America Winter Soldier novel, basically, because every other novel feels like its own story. Kinda like Ant-Man or Black Panther or something. Yeah, I'm going the Marvel route here, but it's kinda fitting right now, because every other novel just feels disconnected to everything else. Something happens in Shaiish, no one is helping. Something happens in Ulgu, no one is helping. And so on and so on. And here our main character is smart enough to send help. He sends out a Knight Azeroth to Hammerhal Aksha, to Bastion Catalos, to, hey, we need help. And Bastion himself has a big role in the novel, so it's not only, he's mentioned in the background. No, he's there. Yeah, so let me get to our three main characters, which are on the cover. First, we have the Liberator, Farrant Tidebreaker. He struggles with imposter syndrome because he really thinks that he's not worthy of being a Stormcast, and that everyone else is just better than him. He just had luck in his life and in his, well, subsequently death. And his story, of course, it's a Richard Strachan novel. You just love him. Him and his, I don't know, it kinda has a romantic relationship with another Liberator. Oh, sadly, I forgot his name. He's such an awesome character. He's the one in the squad with the Great Blade, and he kind of teaches Farrant how to be a Stormcast, because Farrant is newly forged, as I've said. He never has been in any fight, and his friend is just like, oh, come on, kiss on the head, and everything like that. This just felt my heart with love. Then we have Knight Relicta Actinus. Has no second name. Everyone else just calls him Actinus the Half-Named. His role is also very interesting. I'm sorry, I'm jumping through everything. This is just too amazing. All of them are first forged, and this is not like in 40k with firstborn Marines and Primaris Marines. First forged just means the Hammers of Sigmar. So the poster boys of Age of Sigmar with the gold armor and the blue pauldrons. And his chamber, which is just a little group, a little army in the Grand Army, basically, in the Legion. They kinda are extinct in the chamber kind of way, because through Bellacor's, well, magical evil doings, well, let me just call them regular Stormcast, those without the Thunderstrike armor, well, they aren't immortal anymore. They have no way to get back to Azir to be reforged. If they die, they're probably dead. Only a handful in a couple of hundred or thousands have the possibility to come back to Azir to be reforged. And his chamber had massive losses, so he is one of the last few survivors. And this is on how he deals with this. So he has discussions with Lord Castellans on that his chamber will be disbanded, that they will be put into other chambers, and he just wishes that if they have to die, then it should be in a blaze of glory, haha, a special rule there, and on the battlefield, and just let them die in this kind of way. And then we have Mekara Dawnstar. She's a Knight Judicator, the amazing bow Stormcast Eternals, and she is ambitious to the point in which she's toxic to other Stormcast Eternals. Even though all of them are Hammers of Sigmar, she sees Farrant Tidebreaker and Actinus, because they are not in her chamber, as, well, as a little bit of inferior, that she's the best. Legends will be sung about her and her deeds. Yeah, so these are our main characters. Farrant is awesome. He is in the chamber of the Hammerhands, of Vandus himself, and most of the time he's just disappointed that Vandus is not there. He thought that Vandus will be the one, well, introducing him to everyone, that he will be introduced into the whole Stormcast system. It's always someone else is tutoring him in the Stormcast ways. And let me just call it, during dinner with everyone, he overhears Mekara that Vandus is being held in a prison, that he's mad, and Farrant is just like, oh, how dare you? We duel now. So they're going into the gladiatorium. They're fighting to first blood. She wins immediately because, well, she has some decades to centuries of experience, and he is just newly forged. And Knight Relictor Actinus is just like, no, this isn't knightly behavior. This isn't the thing we're standing for as Stormcast Eternals. He challenges her, he wins, and he's doing this without weapons. He draws first blood by punching her. And he's without his face mask, and she's like, oh, your face mask gives me more emotion than your face. Now I know why Relictors always wear face masks. So our three main characters, they stepped on each other's wrong foot in this instance. And the relationship from this point on is very tense between these three. Because, well, Actinus beat Dawnstar. He stepped in for Farrant, which is also not the thing he should have done, because you can learn stuff in defeat. And yeah, all those interchangeable things. But now the interesting thing comes. First of all, Dawnbringer Crusades are of course a thing, one of which is being attacked by the Blades of Khorne. one of the Blades of Khorne, a priestess, captures a priest of Sigmar, makes him mad and tries to summon KHUL, which is amazing because we have these larger than life characters which are larger than life than the other Stormcast Eternals. So I mean Vandus and KHUL. Those mythical characters which were never used again after the Realm Wars series. Or I just forgot, maybe. Sometimes my brain is like a calendar, which you should not use with Rise. This Stormbringer Crusade has repercussions for the end of the novel, so I won't go into detail with this. But Knight Relictor Actinus has a very interesting visitor. An agent of the Order of Azir, who tells him, hey, you know what? I know tomorrow you're going to venture out to fight the Blades of Khorne, and there is a regiment which will accompany you. Well, I wanted to let you know that you shouldn't trust them. The colonel did not really do something for this opportunity. Something is very fishy there. And here are all the notes I have. Read through them if you don't believe me. But these are facts. And I like this colonel. She is really well written. Of course, again, Mr. Strachan is amazing. And there we get to see how corruption works in Hammerhand. And there are multiple layers of corruption, which is awesome. It is so well written, which kinda took me out of the story because it wasn't the usual and the regular Black Library style. And I love it. It is really, really well written. It kinda has the feeling of the High Lords of Terror in the Watchers of the Throne series, and it is awesome. So I like this parallel because we get to see on how this enormous city, which spans basically 2 continents, or I forgot how immense the city is because it's in 2 realms at the same time, and how this city is being governed, which is also very nice and interesting. And at some point, of course, Vandus comes back, and at first everyone is just like, this is Vandus? Well, the statue is by far better than him. Just to see what became of him after Archaon. This is heartbreaking and fascinating at the same time. This is a great end for the Age of Sigmar novels in 2022. So there won't be another novel this year, so this is a fantastic last entry in the Age of Sigmar Black Library novels. And now I'm kinda sad that it is over, and I can't wait for the next Richard Strachan book. And this is amazing on so many levels. If you know the Realm Wars series, there are Easter eggs in there. And some of the other novels, which would be too much to list right now, there are Easter eggs here and there to many, many things, which I love. However, it is not important that you know these novels. So this one, who is not really that well into the Age of Sigmar story, will enjoy this novel. It is so good. So this is really, really hard to rate. I want to give it a 9. My heart tells me it's a 10. So I don't really know. The only shortcoming, again, like with many other novels, is that there is so much fighting at the end. However, the fighting is interesting, stuff happens, and the thing that the Stormcasts in Elder Armor are mortal, basically, just pushes everything up again. As with former Stormcast Eternal novels, it's just like, okay, they will come back and reforge. That's it. There is no suspense. And with this one, there is suspense. Stormcasts are dying here and there because Thunderstrike armor isn't really that much around now. So make of this information what you will. Let me just give it a 9 out of 10 amazing characters in this book, with the tending of it being a 10 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on First Forged? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write First Forged in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!